Hi, it's just Paulie here. Whee! Excuse my active wear. So, yeah. So I've been off at a games convention, and I've gone to visit my friends in Tucson, Arizona. I've got a couple of friends that live there, and yeah, there's a guy called Wolf, and I love him to bits. And yeah, he's a practical joker. So there's another fan there who sort of was a little bit over loquacious, shall we say. So these guys are starting to like do practical jokes on him. So I get up in the morning, and Wolf turns up and he's starting to talk about, oh, okay, look, we might go to P. Moran Museum over the day, we might go here, we might go there. But as he's talking, he just gets a pair of tongs, and this other guy's boots are there, and this guy's he just reaches in and he pulls out in the tongs these homemade foam inserts. This guy's just taken like ordinary, like open cell foam and made some inserts to go in his own shoes. So Wolf just soaks these things in water and puts them in the freezer. And all right, so we have breakfast, we're talking, and then the guy whose shoes these are, he gets up and he heads off, into the bathroom. So Wolf, just still talking to me, just gets up, takes his now frozen inserts, puts them into the guy's boots. The guy comes out of the bathroom and everything, and like, well, I'm just going to go down the shop and I'm just going to get myself something for breakfast, and pulls his shoes on and like walk 2, 3 out the door. Man! God. This guy later on, this guy moved in with them, and so, he decides he doesn't want to get up and go to the toilet to pee in the middle of the night. So he takes a hose, which he's got running out of the window, and so he's just going to insert and pee into the hose as you go out the window. These guys just inevitably corked the end of the hose. They were gloriously predictable. Cruel people, but fair. I had this. I'm out there. Wolf. This fan staying with them was starting to get on their nerves, and again, this guy was getting up to go to the toilet a lot during the night. So what Wolf does is he takes these like elbow length industrial gloves and he just puts them in a bowl of ice cubes and water, and he just puts these in the fridge. Next time this guest goes to the toilet at night, Wolf just silently creeps out in the dark and he puts these gloves on and he just lies in the join between like the wall and the floor in the darkness. And then as this guy comes back, he just seizes this guy by the ankles. Other people stay in the house said they just heard this horrendous kind of scream from the guy, but more like a bay, like some kind of animal that's just found this is its last moment on earth. But he shared a house with this wonderful guy Shep, and but there was I was wandering around Tucson, and Shep, there was a fan there who decided that he was an alien abduction victim. So Shep's showing me all the bookstores and things, and but there's a big poster there for Whitley Schreiber's Communion, so it's like a life-size picture of a grey kind of reaching towards you. So Shep just points at, asks the guy running the shop, how much is the poster? And they go, oh, you can have it. So he just cuts out the alien, and we go past the house of the guy that thinks he's an alien abduction victim, and he just sticky tapes this thing on the window peering in. Yeah, first thing this guy's gonna see is this peering in through his living room window. Yeah, I'll either have a stroke or I'll unload a shotgun through his window. He says, either way, diddy. But this guy, the place they're living in, it's a U-shaped sort of block of flats. So we're all sitting there, and this other sort of fan guy that they knew, he's talking with us, and oh well, look, I've got an art project I'm doing, so I'll see you tomorrow. I gotta go. So he gets up and goes, and Shep sort of, as he says, Give it about 10 minutes, I'm going to show you something really funny. Okay. 10 minutes later, come with me. So these guys are on one upper arm of the U. The guy that's left, he's down at the bottom of the U, and it faces the road. We look, and there's this silhouette. What this guy is doing is he's making his own foam rubber love doll. So he's got a kitchen table there, and lying on it, backlit through the sheet that the guy just uses as a curtain, you can see the silhouette of this guy, and he's got this bride of Frankenstein lying there, and she's got, you know, Triple H style knockers on her and everything, and he's just bending over with, you know, clippers and putting things on, making this thing, and this car's parked, and people are actually watching this and like photographing and everything. So, what's? Oh yeah, you know, this guy. He's like the dark celebrity. He keeps making these things in there, and people actually drive past, you know, because you know eventually he's going to get the idea of test driving one of these on that table, and when it does, these guys are ready to YouTube it. So, oh, bless their cold black hearts. They were great guys. Oh God. So the guy that thought he was an alien abduction victim, I'm back here in Australia, and I get this message from these guys. They say, we'd like a moral judgment. A moral judgment? Says, yeah. So, all right, so the guy that thinks he's an alien abduction victim decided that the aliens are going to convince, you know, the president to ban all guns. So he's wrapped all his guns up in plastic, put them in a metal footlocker, and he got us to drive him out into the desert and find a particular tree, and he dug down into it and he's buried this locker there. So now we have hidden guns. The aliens won't be able to, you know, get his guns away from him. And then we drove back to town. So, yeah. So what we did was we drove back out there an hour later, dug these up. We've removed the guns and we've just taken them back home because we figured he's going to realise these things are going to get wet and rusty. He'll go and rescue them eventually. But we've left the locker there, and inside it there's a sheet of paper, and we just wrote on it, "Foolish human, do you not realise we watch you at all times?" You know, signed Zarksnax, you know, Overlord of the Saucer Fleet. Right. So, we just want a moral judgment. You know, is it wrong to take advantage of someone for comedic purposes if there's, you know, clearly something a bit wrong with them? I guess the only answer was yes, it is, but it's fun. So anyway, that's the Arizonans. Cheers.